to narrow your message down so that eventually it'll be 30 seconds. But come on over, give your spiel. And again, it's over there. If I don't happen to be here, if nobody's there, use the soapbox. Blessings. Woo.
Okay, next up is Angie from Occupy Boston Globe. Angie, where are you?
Yay. Occupy Boston Globe? I guess. Sweet.
Hi, I'm Angie. So there was a few of us who have decided to start producing an internal newspaper, an internal daily newspaper. It'll be published online as well as printed every day. We will only print a few copies a day and have them posted about the camp. We are looking for 3 to 4 dedicated authors who would be willing to submit at least one article a day. One idea for this is a occupier profile. What else? We are also looking for someone to report back about our media coverage from like outside sources. And anyone from outreach, if you have a liaison, can you please see me at the tent there? And I think that about sums it up. Oh, and deadlines for submissions are going to be at 10 p.m. 11 p.m. if GA runs later. The website is www.occupybostonglobe.com. It's not quite live yet, but we are in the process of working on a new theme and getting that rolling within the next day or two. All right, thank you.
Next up, we have Peter from Legal. Peter.
Hi, everybody. I just have a few brief announcements. Some of them are going to be kind of repetitious, but we do have a lot of new people, so they bear repeating. So the first one is just the location of the legal tent. It's down at the far end beside the info table, and it's got a sign on it that says legal. So if any of y'all have any legal questions, come on by. We'll do our best to answer them, but keep in mind that we don't have any lawyers, I don't think, on the premises right now. Next up is the legal hotline number. This is the number you should call from the police station if you happen to get arrested. It goes to the National Lawyers Guild, and we're asking people to write it on their arms, because if you get arrested, the police will confiscate your cell phone, and if that's the only place you have your number, it's going to be tough to call it. So the number is 617-227-7335. Once again, 617-227-7335. I'm sorry, is that a point of information?
Point of information? Is that a Boston office?
Is that a Boston office?
Yes, that's a Boston office. Okay. The question was, is that a Boston office? And the answer is yes.
What's the number again?
The number, once again, is 617-227-7335. Okay, next we have intake forms for people to fill out if they choose. This is a good form to fill out and drop off at the legal tent if you plan on doing something which you think might lead to your arrest. Basically what you do is fill out whatever information on the form you feel like, and the idea is that if you get arrested, we will look at what you told us on that form and do what it says. So if, for example, you would like us to call your job and tell them that you won't be into work the next day because your dog died, that's what we'll do. On a more serious note, if you're on prescription medications and for some reason you don't have your prescription on you, we will start calling the jail and screaming at them until they give you your medication. Okay, new announcement. We are starting a bail fund. This is not needed for anyone who's gotten arrested because we haven't had any arrests yet, but we would like to have it on hand just in case. So if you would like to donate to that fund, once again, stop by the legal tent. That's it.
There are some last-minute additions to the legal team's announcements, so here you go.
I'm going to try to be really quick. So 3 additional points from legal. Legal observers, aka people who've gone through the NLG trainings, are the only people who should be wearing the green hats located in the legal tent. We are checking the hats in and out. There are only 10, so please don't take them and not give them back. But we are also asking people to be honest with the materials because they have legal implications. If you're not trained, don't wear the hat. Thank you. More trainings are being scheduled. Wednesday has been tentatively proposed for a civil disobedience training. Legal is asking for a vote on whether we want a civil disobedience training or a know your rights training scheduled for Wednesday. I was wondering if we could do a temperature check or if people could just come by the tent.
Temperature check.
What's the difference?
Between know your rights and civil disobedience.
Sorry, what's the difference between know your rights and a civil disobedience training? Civil disobedience training is specifically for people who know or accept that they will be arrested in doing a particular action. It's when you're almost certain that you'll be arrested, so you need to know handcuff safety and a couple other things that I'm not from the NLG. I've just been the training coordinator for that. If you're interested in a training, so do we want to do a temperature check on whether we want to know your rights? Basic know your rights is protest only, so things that everyone should know. We've seen one of those at one of the previous General Assemblies, but just wanted to gauge the crowd's interest in one or the other.
Temperature check.
Temperature check.
Know your rights.
Civil disobedience. 50-50. Okay, how about however many people go and sign up? That's the one we'll do. Specify which training you want. Our tent is the first one next to the sign-up board. Good idea? Awesome. Okay. We definitely need more people, so please do sign up if you're interested. You can do more than one. Do any training you want. Okay, so 2 very specific implications for people who may be amongst us. Concerning first minors and and undocumented immigrants. This is not to say that other people in the group aren't marginalized, but just specifically so that you're informed, and not to tell you what to do, but just so you know your rights, you know what the implications are for your involvement in an action. Minors, if arrested, only a parent or legal guardian can bail you out. Just know that if you're involved. Just a fact. Additionally, for people who are undocumented in the state of Massachusetts and allies, i.e. some of us, also need to be aware that certain risks are in play. Lauda has volunteered. She's from Tactics, but also has offered to help out with translation. She's going to explain this particular risk.
All right, so really quickly, in 2006, I know that the cops around us have been extremely helpful, and there's also just something that you need to be aware, that the fact that in 2006, the Department of Homeland Security started piloting a program here in the city of Boston called Secure Communities, which targets specifically people with who are undocumented, people with criminal records. But what has been shown through the statistics is that the majority of the people who have been deported through this program are people who have no criminal records whatsoever. This was piloted in our city. We're working hard to take it out of our city, and I want you to be aware that the cops around us have that authority to act similar to immigrate to ICE. So that's something that we need to be aware of. If we're trying to increase our numbers of people, I was one of those people as well. I was undocumented in this country for 13 years. I'm not afraid to say it. And it is something that we need to be aware of as Occupy Boston, that the city of Boston right now is targeting not just us, but another community as well. So if you have any questions, if you want more information, come to me. I'll be right over here.
Sandy from medical.
So I'll make this quick. Anybody that has the red crosses, raise your hand, wave your hands. Red crosses, those are medical trained people. We're not doctors. Just try to put it out there. If you need medical assistance, we are the tent over there on the left-hand side. A bunch of red crosses. Look for one of us and we're there. Just as a reminder, please, we're being photographed, we're being videotaped. Brush your teeth, comb your hair. Just saying. Change your bandanas. If those that choose to cover your faces, please just change them. Change your socks. If you need any of these supplies to change in, go to the medical tent. We have plenty of supplies, and they're there for you to take. Also, just a quick little note, please, we're not telling you to wear shoes at all times, but please wear shoes at all times. The pallets are breaking and we have splinters, so if you get splinters in your feet, come see us. We'll take them out. So, yeah.
Point of information. On the pallet. The best part to walk on. Are these supports. There are three of them. One on each side. One in the middle. Thank you.
We have one point of information about the pallets, and I'm going to do a point of process just because the medical is a little bit of a tough one to keep non-camp related and camp related because anybody who's here. But the pallets, the best way to walk on them is where there are the supports underneath. There are one on each side and one down the middle, so try not to walk in the unsupported section of the pallet. Was there another point of information? Point of information.
Bathing is an important part of hygiene. I'm done.
Bathing?
Yes, bathing.
Bathing is an important part of hygiene, and to keep us all healthy, we do need to take care of that. Thank you. Clarifying question. The question has come up if we're going to try to start providing showers for people who do not have the ability to go somewhere and shower. But that, I'm going to have that question, we'll add it to the camp agenda later, okay? Thank you. Can I take a temperature check on that? We're okay? All right, we're going to move along. Next we have Jason from media. No, Jason from Union, I'm sorry. Jason from Union?
Coming.
Here he comes.
Okay, how you doing? We had a labor group over there for the labor outreach, and we made some decisions were made, and I believe some points had to be brought up to General Assembly, if I can just remember them. Bear with me here. Okay, what is happening tomorrow is we're sending a delegation to the Boston Labor Council, and within that group, 2 of us were elected to present to them, you know, an offer of trying to garner their support, official support, in the media and coming down here or whatnot. And so the other person that was elected is not here. I will vouch for her that she is highly qualified, and if you allow me to briefly qualify, I'm a union iron worker out of Boston. My local does not officially sanction this, but I have the support. We have the support of a lot of guys in our local, and you know, I'm third generation. My father is the shop steward for an SEIU union at the New Boston Garden, and so if anybody has any disagreement that I or the other person that was selected to go over there and got into the sport, it was a matter of who speaks the language of these people. Like, you know what I mean? These are Boston unions, and I feel like I could represent us over there and you know, speak their language and have them get down here.
Here.
Sure. Temperature check.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. There was one more issue. The thing was that we were presenting to them was a specific day and time to have them come down here and march with us.
I have an umbrella.
What we had suggested was Monday is a holiday, and it would be easier for them and their families and whatnot if they came on Monday at 2 p.m. and the march would be from here. It would be the same march we had this morning. It would be from here to the State House and back by Bank of Boston and back here for a short little rally where some rank and file members can get up and, you know, give their support for us. Temperature check?
Yeah.
That's all I got. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Thanks, man. We have a question. If we belong to a union and we'd like to get our union involved, who should we talk to?
Talk to Outreach.
You should talk to Outreach. Next up is Emily from Logistics.
Oh, great. That's on tape.
Point of information?
She's coming. She's here.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. What?
On the last thing.
What are you taking me for?
Sorry.
The SEIU people. Which is the coalition to put the bank action on Friday. They're meeting tonight.
Yeah, I was really confused. Now I'm not.
Okay.
How they can help support the occupation. They are in contact with some people, but also in contact with the outreach group. They just sent her an email. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Next on